It's 2024 and we're starting to see a new trend, the rise of long-form content. Over the past few years, every content creator has been struggling with one thing, getting the attention of the audience online. Why it is so hard? Well, it is so hard because of the noise factor. There's all this content that is constantly being uploaded online on a daily basis. 60, 70,000 tracks per day on Spotify, hundreds of thousands of videos on YouTube, and who knows how many videos on TikTok or Reels on Instagram and so forth. How do we get the attention of the audience, especially that audience that doesn't know us? Lately, we have seen this new trend, the rise of long-form content. TikTok has extended the length of videos we can upload. On YouTube, we're seeing more and more behind-the-scenes reaction videos, interviews for an audience that is mostly accustomed to short-form content. In fact, up till 2022, everybody was focusing on 10 seconds, 30 seconds videos, on shorts on YouTube, and all this obviously is still valuable, is still working, but we have an increased demand for long-form video content. Maybe this is going also to affect the world of music when it comes down to releases. Because up until now, we've seen very disjointed careers built upon single releases. So a lot of tracks that are not part of an album and they're just being distributed maybe on a monthly basis, creating this audience that is accustomed to instant gratification, and they're always looking for the next hit every single month, but they're not used to listen to an album from beginning to end. Is this the beginning of a new era? Well, we don't know, but for sure we know that we should try at least once a month to create a long-form video or a long-form piece of content, which it could be a book that is not 10 pages, but is 100 pages or 60 pages, which it could be a video that is not 30 seconds, but it's 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And of course, we can also experiment with music. Why not write a song and produce it so that the length of the song is not defined by what we think will work on an online radio or will work on a TikTok video? We should try and see. Maybe our audience is interested in listening to a 4 minutes or 5 minute song. Maybe our viewers want to see and get to know more about us. And how can we do that with a 30 seconds video? There's simply no way to do that. Even with a 1 minute video, trust me, it's very hard. Especially if you're doing videos like this, where I'm trying to talk to you and I'm trying to get to know you through comments. And the only way for you to know me is by listening to what I have to say. And it's very hard to limit yourself with very short cut editing and try to condense a whole conversation just in a series of bullet points. Maybe this is also a consequence of living in an age where artificial intelligence is trending and it will provide more and more tools for content creators, literally getting so quick in creating fast consumption content like animations, visualizers, way of just creating cover artworks in this bulk of videos or animated images that you can get on platforms like Midjourney, for example, or DALL-E, which recently has got an integration with ChatGPT. So maybe we want to show that we are human, that we are vulnerable, and when we find something that is of interest, when we scrolling randomly on YouTube Shorts, and in those 30 seconds, we somehow feel that that's a pitch for something bigger, then we click on it and we want to see long-form content on the YouTube channel. So we want to have a perception that short-form content is not really anymore a So maybe we are starting to think about short-form content in the same way we used to think about TV commercials and trailers as a preview of what is the actual content. So a reel especially if it is for educational purposes like a tutorial or an how-to, it will give us a hint about the content creator and also about having the next steps and a more in-depth understanding of what they're trying to tell us, what they're trying to teach us. And then we click on it and we get on the YouTube channel and we want to see the long-form content, the long-form video. Maybe it's because of that. No matter what, long-form content is something you should be experimenting in 2024. And if you find it difficult to create content, then what you can do is just document. Just take your phone, document whatever might not be interesting for you, but it's probably very interesting for your fans, your audience, or just for people that are curious about your particular lifestyle. Because if you're a musician, for sure, it's given for granted that you're going to rehearsals, you're going to gigs, you're writing songs. All this stuff is part of your everyday lifestyle. But for the majority of people, they don't play music, they don't know how to play an instrument, they don't know pretty much anything about the music industry. Just having a sneak preview, an inside look into your life as a musician, it could be extremely interesting. If you watch this video on YouTube, please check the video description below where you're gonna get a summary of what I just covered in this video and a link to download my free ebook 10 Hacks for Content Creators. The ebook is completely free and it summarizes 10 points that are literally linked to real life scenarios. Things that I've been experiencing and very interesting music industry people that I met throughout the past 2 decades and gave me insights that are not the typical stuff that is uncovered already on YouTube, on TikTok, or on Instagram. And they might be controversial, so they might make you think and question what you're doing, which is always a very good thing because questions are more interesting than answers. See you soon.